Hi everybody, so today I wanted to quickly talk about my thoughts on iOS 10. I almost wasn't going to get a video up today because I just totally forgot, which isn't like me. But after tomorrow, I'm halfway through the videos, so yeah. Can't believe I'm halfway through the videos already. Wow. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to be talking to you guys about iOS 10 and how I like it. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to talk today about the whole YouTube thing. Okay, so YouTube was taking up the most space on my phone because for any of you that have smartphones, you know that the apps have a lot of cache files. They build up a lot of junk and a lot of garbage that is not necessary. So you have to get rid of it. And the only way to get rid of it is to uninstall it and reinstall it again, which will get rid of all of the data. And not only will it get rid of the app, but it will get rid of the data as well. YouTube was taking up 3.8 gigs on my phone. That was my biggest app. And YouTube is supposed to be small. It's only supposed to take up megs. And it wasn't. It was taking up almost 4 gigs on my phone. And I couldn't figure out why. I mean, I checked to see how much space I had left. And I had no room. So I was like, okay, this is really strange. And people were telling me I gotta delete the cache files. When I upload videos, the cache file is still there, which makes a lot of sense. So what I did was I deleted YouTube and reinstalled it again. And I had like 5 gigs available on my phone because I deleted a couple other apps that I didn't need. Because I wasn't sure how much space iOS 10 was going to take up, but it only took up a gig, so that was good. So, yeah. Now, I deleted YouTube off my phone. I had so much room, but the reason I wasn't going to put it back, I really was considering not putting it back and seeing if I could get by with only using YouTube on my iPod or iPad. And I would just do it when I was home, since obviously they're both Wi-Fi only. So, the reason I didn't do that was because my iPhone is the only device that I have that supports iOS 10. My iPad and iPod are too old. They do not support iOS 10. And eventually what's going to happen is apps are going to continue to update. And eventually they're not going to update because they're going to need an iOS update in order to update. So apps aren't going to be supported either. And as far as if I'll still be able to use the app, even though it's not supported, I'll just use, the version I have. It would depend on the developer because, for example, with YouTube, they might use a different kind of video format that my iPod or iPad that uses the older version of YouTube will not recognize. The device won't understand it, the device won't know what it is, so it's not going to work. And over time, I hate to say this, but my iPad and iPod are going to become bricks. So I was like, because they're too old, they won't support iOS 10. So they're still running iOS 9. So if I was just using YouTube, I could have just used it on my devices until it stopped working. And then once it stopped working, I could have put it back. But I was like, it's easier to just have it on my phone. So that's what I'm doing. I just have it on my phone because that way I don't have to worry about it not having not being supported or anything like that. So that's basically why I deleted YouTube and wasn't going to put it back, but I did. Because eventually it's not going to be supported. Because my other devices are just going to be bricks eventually. So. Okay. So on to my thoughts on iOS 10. Okay. So iOS 10 is really awesome. I like it a lot. It's accessible, it surprisingly is very stable. I thought there was going to be some bugs or some bugs that, would stop us from being able to use it, but no, it is surprisingly very stable. I have not found any bugs, which is really good. So, I remember because iOS 8 was a mess, but that's another story for another day. But I didn't find any bugs. I'm very happy with it. I like the new iMessaging features, how you can add the screenshot effects. For those of you that have iOS 10, you know what I'm talking about. And you can do the canvas drawing. You could draw like a kiss or a heart or whatever. You can, I like how you can react to iMessages. And I also like the new lock sounds. That's pretty cool. And you could ask Siri more, like, you could ask Siri, like, what your battery status is and things like that. It's pretty cool. I'm happy with it. And I think it's pretty cool. And for those of you that don't use VoiceOver, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, but audio ducking works again for me. It was for some stupid reason. It was turned off. I don't know how it was turned off, but it was. And even I put it in the rotor settings, I put it back on, and I turned it on a long time ago, and it didn't work properly. So, yeah. But it works, and let's see, the lock, I don't like how VoiceOver does not verbally say screen locked. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just like, oh, it's something to get used to, because ever since I was using iOS, VoiceOver was saying screen locked. So, yeah. There's also an unlock sound, but it's very, very quiet. So, yeah. Even I can't hear it. So, let's see. So that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys my general thoughts on iOS 10. And, yeah, maybe you guys, if you guys are using it, you guys could let me know what you like about it in the comments below. You guys, we could all talk about iOS 10 and what we like about it. So, yeah, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I will do my best to get back to you guys. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Alright, bye.